Are you staying inside to stay away from these guys? Today we're talking about mosquitoes and what you can do in the fight against the West Nile virus.
Plus, two broke girls. No, we're not talking about our college days scrimping and saving every last dime. We're talking about the hit CBS show. Coming up, we take a look at what's happening in season 2.
It's a project that's been years in the making. Coming up, a look inside the Choptank River Lighthouse ahead of this weekend's dedication ceremony.
And Lisa and I are in the kitchen trying, and the effective word here is trying, to make a fall favorite, the apple dumpling. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from historic Studio D.
And as always, we'd like to welcome our studio audience today. So glad to have you here. And boy, you're in for a good show today. Apple dumplings, you heard us right.
Can you really mess up an apple dumpling?
You probably could. I'm just kidding. No, Jimmy. No,
I'll
you
bet
can't.
you I'll eat it anyway.
Not this recipe. You could not
Really?
mess up this recipe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to pay
That's
attention to
not a challenge, Jimmy.
No, I'm not going to take it that way. But I'm going to eat it either way. That's what you're
Okay.
saying.
All right. Well, we would like to be the first to tell you about something that's happening very soon. You know, we have been talking about the amphitheater, the Heron Ponds Amphitheater in Delmar, and they brought in, they brought in Kelly Pickler, and it got rained out, but she's coming back in October. Well, we would like to be the first to tell you that the group Everclear is coming to the amphitheater. Now, you may remember them from this 1996 hit Santa Monica. The concert is set for October 26th. Joining Everclear will be Eve Six and King's Foil. And guess who is in King's Foil? You'll recognize his name.
Who?
Frankie Muniz.
Really?
Yes. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to be appearing. I didn't even know he was in a band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So exciting news.
Well.
And we're the first to tell you. How about that? Yay! Give ourselves a hand.
Liking that stuff. Good stuff there. It's not the swan song. I think it started out as a celebration. Sunfest in Ocean City, coming up this weekend, of course, and a big weekend, the last hurrah of the summer tourist season. Now, did you know, started in 1975, small group of business people got together and threw a bunch of old boardwalk boards on big drums.
Okay.
And those were their tables. That's how it started out.
Wow. It's come
after
a long
that,
way.
and the reason, this morning's Daily Times had a story about how Granville Trimper, I think it was in '78, said, well, why don't you use my inlet parking lot?
Oh, how nice of him.
And that's how that got started.
And that got started.
And they're looking for like 190,000 people.
Wow.
In town this weekend.
Come a long way from the boardwalk boards.
And on the drums, yeah. And there's going to be a lot of stuff too.
I always like Sunfest. Well, if you're a Delmarva Shorebirds fan, you have some good news, don't you?
Very good news. You probably remember seeing Manny Machado, who is now playing third for the Orioles. He was playing on the Shorebirds for a while. You may have gotten the chance also to see this guy pitch recently. Well, he was there on the mound on the other side of the mound.
Oh, okay.
Dylan Bundy, who is now playing for the O's. Here's the deal. The O's called up their prized minor league property after a game against the Mariners last night, night before, where they used 7 relievers in an 18-inning 4-2 win over Seattle. That ended like early Wednesday morning. It was
really?
Crazy
One of those
gun.
games.
Now, here's the thing. Machado moved up when he was 19. Dylan Bundy is moving up. They're playing in the big show now.
Yeah.
He's 19.
Oh.
It's the first time this has happened since 1964 when Paul Blair and Frank Bertana debuted as 19-year-olds in the majors.
All right.
How crazy is that?
From the Shorebirds. That's
wonderful stuff.
And you know what? A lot of us, I'm glad they're getting called up now because a lot of us got to see them this summer. You know, I was always worried. You always get a good Shorebird, and then they get called up, and you don't get to see them. So at least we got the chance.
You can now. Want to say congratulations to a couple of Polytech High School students, 2012 graduates, Olivia Combs and Kyle McCarty, both 18 years old, both from Felton, Delaware. They were among the officers and the enlisted men and women who were gathered to celebrate the grand opening of the Delaware National Guard's newly renovated recruitment center. This was in Dover yesterday morning. The Guard's Dover Recruitment Center, just off Route 13, replaces a kiosk that they've been using, I think, since like last October in the Dover Mall. $15,000 worth of renovations. A lot of people in the community came together to make that happen, and it's a really nice setup there.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you guys on having that.
congratulations to them. Kind of want to get on I don't know if a serious note here. Have you ever attended a school board meeting?
Yeah.
I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah, I have too. Well, last night the Capital School District Board of Education talked about revising a policy about public input and public comment, and it's all because of a letter that was sent. A parent sent a letter to all of the school board members in the Capital School District to their home addresses. And the reason they did that is because they didn't want this letter to be public. They just had a concern about a teacher. And so
they went straight to the board.
They went straight to the board,
Okay.
which is what you should do.
Yeah.
You know, you should take it to the board. Well, apparently the letter, one of the letters, got forwarded to the Dover Post with an alias name, you know, fake name, I guess you will, if you will. And so that caused a whole lot of problems. So now they want to come up with a policy. Capital Board Education President Kay Dietz Sass says this all has to do with trusting your Board of Education, because they want parents to be able to talk to the Board of Ed.
Because it would have had to come from one of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think the Dover Post said all but one board members denied forwarding the letter, and they can't get comment from the other one. But anyway, something interesting.
Yeah.
They're talking about that up in Kent County, Delaware.
Yeah, that's going to keep them busy for a little bit.
Yeah, but I think the moral of the story is you should be able to trust these people. Yeah,
because there were probably things in there that you didn't necessarily want to say out in public about somebody of this particular name.
And the way some parents handle problems with teachers nowadays, isn't that? And you know, your wife is a teacher. You know,
it can get nasty in a
get
hurry,
ugly,
and it
so-
shouldn't.
Right.
I mean, it's understandable because parents, you're dealing with my kids,
Yeah.
but then you're dealing with a teacher who's a human being too, that's under their own stresses.
Tell us what you think. Facebook,
Please.
Go ahead if you haven't already. Like us on Facebook. Now, keeping with kids and parents, this is very important for parents in Maryland. You need to listen up. Starting October 1st, the Maryland booster seat laws are changing. Now, you and I are both out of the booster seat stages with our kids.
Yes, we are.
And we're very happy about that. But as of October 1st, the law will drop the exception of 65 pounds. So in other words, if your child is 8 years old and under, they must ride in some kind of passenger safety seat. 8 years, it's a booster seat.
Right.
Unless they are 4 foot 9 inches tall or taller by their 8th birthday. It's no longer a weight thing, it's a height thing.
Whole weight thing is out.
The whole weight thing is out in Maryland. Now, Delaware's law is different.
October 1st.
But starting October 1st, if your child is under 8 and under 4 foot 9 inches tall, they must be in a booster seat.
Put them in the back.
Don't want you to get a ticket, and we want your kids to stay safe.
Keep them safe. They may gripe and whine and complain.
I know.
They'll get over it.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. There's a short story thing. The Rehoboth Beach Writers Guild has a short story, what would you call it, a class, a symposium?
It's like a workshop.
Workshop.
It's like a workshop that's going on. And what I think is interesting, it's called Writing the Short Story. And what's interesting about this is lately we've been seeing a lot of housewives, I hate to use that word, but stay-at-home moms writing best-selling novels and you know, making millions and millions of dollars, you know. And so a lot of people are like, geez, I could do that. I can write the next Twilight. I will not write the next 50 Shades of Grey. But anyway, no, let's stay focused here. Anyway, you can go to this workshop, and what they do is you write a line at a time, because they say a lot of times writers start writing and they get to about the 5th line and you don't know where to go.
Okay.
So you're working with some professional writers, and they will help you write a short story, and then a short story can turn into a bazillion dollar selling novel.
And then you can pay Lisa her cut.
Yeah, exactly. There's the event details. Writing the short story, Rehoboth Beach Writers Guild is sponsoring it. There is a cost, but you know, if you're going to make all that money from the novel, I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's Wednesdays in October and November at Browse About Books, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
$210 write-off for your gazillion dollars is nothing.
Nothing, right?
Good percentages there. So, have you done any Christmas shopping yet?
I started thinking about it.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, anyway, if you're looking for that perfect Christmas gift for the guy that has everything, here's an idea for you. It's an empty lot. Okay, well, it's not actually.
What?
It's not actually empty yet. Here's the deal. The Travel Thrift Inn in Salisbury had all kinds of legal problems. It did not sell at auction yesterday. So now they're going to have to tear that thing down, have it done within the next month, and move on. Be done with it. Get that out of the way.
Yeah.
So,
Well, maybe they should do a cash mob to get rid of it. Do you remember us talking about
people showing up and
yeah, everyone.
spending cash.
Okay, you know what a flash mob is, right? Y'all know what a flash mob or heard of it? Okay. Well, we've talked about this before, but I'll refresh your memory. A cash mob is when a group of people agree to meet at a small business and agree to spend at least $15 so that that business can make a lot of money in a day, and they can also find out what this business has to offer. Well, Milford, the town of Milford, is going to have its first cash mob. It's a trend, it's sweeping the nation, and it's going to happen at this store.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's
Bring your cash,
September 22nd at the Ladybug Shop. It's a general gift store, gift shop. I'm tongue-tied.
I think the whole cash mob idea, though, is really cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Spread the word.
So September 22nd, go to Milford and spend money there.
Ladybug. Yes. Take plenty. Take lots. Big event coming up this weekend at Jonathan's Landing in Magnolia. It's called It's All About Kids. What's happening is a local charity, which happens to be called It's All Good in Delaware, is raising money for their annual holiday food and toy drive. There's going to be several areas there for the kids to do things, all kinds of activities, all kinds of food and fun and stuff. There's also going to be another area for vendors. It's going to have spa products, candles, home decor, all kinds of stuff for the adults. So good thing to do this weekend.
Yeah.
It starts Saturday at 12. Like I said, Jonathan's Landing in Magnolia. And the most important thing about this entire announcement is the inflatable sumo suits.
Ooh.
Have you seen these things?
I've seen you in one. That's a story for another day.
And that's how we're going to leave it. It's a story for another day.
But I mean, you know, for the right price, I'll tell the story.
You don't have the pictures, though. I know that.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You better not. Let me know how much it's going to cost me.
I'll put them on Facebook.
No.
No, okay, go ahead.
Listen, I got some cash here. Are you on Facebook? How many here are on Facebook? Yeah? Okay. There's like 900 million Facebook users worldwide. It is. It's incredible. There was an article that came out recently. Let me make sure that I get the name of this magazine right. The Cyber Psychology, Behavior, and Social Networking.
What?
There's an article in that. Anyway, what they're talking about, 900 million users worldwide of Facebook, and it's estimated that about a third of them, 300 million, use Facebook to check up on the former love of their life.
Oh, really?
Yes. They don't actually make contact with them.
No, but they
watch their postings.
They
watch their activities.
Want to see if they got fat and bald?
Yeah, exactly. A third,
That's what I do.
A third of all the Facebook people are doing this, and now what's happening is in this article they're saying that I'll just say for you, if you do that, what it does is it affects your ability to recover emotionally from the breakup.
Nah, I think it all depends.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, if you're someone like me who's been married for 20 some odd years, it gives you something to laugh at.
You missed out on me.
I did so much. You know what I think is funny is the people who I was interested in high school or middle school or whatever who, you know, wouldn't give me the time of day. Now they're sending me game requests.
Oh,
really?
My goodness. I have noticed, and you know what, I probably shouldn't say this.
Oh, say it.
I'm going to say it. All the people that were the really hot item in high school. I mean, you know, the wrestlers and the football players.
Oh, yeah.
They all dated the best looking people and all this stuff.
The people you wanted.
They are the ones that are fat, bald, and it's like, and it's terrible to say, but it's like a lot of them aren't as successful as you would expect them to be after everything that happened in high school.
Yeah.
And the nerds are doing better.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing to see.
So take that.
Yeah.
All right, still to come on Delmarva Life. It seems like we keep hearing more about the West Nile virus. It's scary. But just how big of a problem is it here on Delmarva? An expert is here to tell us, plus how you can cut down your risk of infection.
And from fighting West Nile to battling breast cancer, how one local company is working to fight the deadly disease and how you can get involved to help save a life. Delmarva Life, live at its best, here on Delmarva.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. And your local York and Mitsubishi dealers.